Good evening, folks. What's going on tonight? What's up, Satellite? What's up, Zem? Deranged Optrician, Eva, Chaos. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Ow. I went for a long run today, and my leg is really sore. I think I might have pulled something. It's one of those things where if I try to lift it up, just like level, it feels really ouchy. So, but fortunately, I don't have to go anywhere when I'm streaming. So we have the vast game worlds arrayed before us that I don't have to physically go to. They just appear on my screen. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing good. It's been a good day. Glad the work week is over. I now have 2 days to just kind of go head empty and everything. Vacation started today, so I can be degenerate till Memorial Day. Congratulations! That sounds like fun. That sounds quite nice. More Apogee games. More Apogee games! That's the plan for tonight. Zem, thank you so much for the 115 stream streak. An impressive streak, to say the least. Got new glasses today, dealing with the usual adjustment period. Congratulations, also. Happy for you. And I see the deranged optician is also happy for you. Thematically consistent, if nothing else. Welcome to degeneracy. Oh man. Well, I had plans to play things today. Not on stream. I don't play video games on stream, you know that. But I had plans to play some games in my own time. I was actually thinking about starting Everspace 2. I picked it up yesterday. Since it's on sale right now, it's like 15 bucks for the main game. And I've been wanting to play Everspace 2 for a while, ever since we tried a demo of it way back when. I am, after all, an actual optician. Okay, that's really cool. That's super, super cool. See, if I tried to put something in my screen name about being like an editor or whatever, that's kind of boring. But an optician on Twitch, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. But yeah, I wanted to play some videos and games today, and it didn't happen. The thing about the long distance jogging I do is it basically takes all morning. I get up, I take my girls to school, I come back around 9 or 9:30, and then I do a 7-mile round trip from here to the beach and back. And that takes me about 2 hours. Somewhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours, depending on how much of it I run. And usually by Friday, since I do that 3 times a week, by Friday, my runs are more like brisk walks, really. So I get back home around like 11:30, take a shower, have lunch, and then I've only got like an hour or two before I gotta go pick the girls up from school. So, and yeah, today I was knackered, as folks say. I really like the turn of phrase knackered. So yeah, I just watched some YouTube clips for a while and then went to pick them up. So, but this weekend, I'm sure. This weekend I will have time to actually play some stuff. Maybe launch into Everspace 2. Hopefully get further into Indivisible. Maybe go back to Bone Razor Minions. Or maybe just start something entirely new outside of all of those things. I don't know. We'll just have to see. How many years of school did it take you to get the deranged title? It's an ongoing certification. I imagine it's one of those things where they got to check in every couple of months or years to make sure you're still hitting that target level of derangement. Well, I can say for one, I'm quite proud of you. I'm glad somebody is keeping up the tradition. Yes, I can respect that. So yeah, sadly, I don't have much to report on today. I wish I had gaming things to talk about, but I don't. So, which means we can just kind of get into it. I kind of want to talk about what we're doing tonight and why we're doing it. So I'll give y'all the schedule rundown. I know it's early in the evening for that, but we do have a fair number of games we can get to tonight. And unlike the last Apogee, Shareware, Odyssey we did, these might be a bit more substantial, because we were really able to glide through a lot of the early ones. They haven't exactly aged the best, but these more recent ones from the mid-90s, I have much more confidence in. So, tonight, of course, is Friday. We're doing an Apogee Shareware Variety Night. Tomorrow night will be the Power Hours. I am fairly confident in our ability to finish April of 1995. We're on towards the end of the magazine. There's really only one game that could delay us significantly, and I will do my best to resist its siren call. We'll talk about that tomorrow, don't you worry. Sunday will be nothing because I don't stream on Sundays. I never have and I never will. And then Monday we're starting up a new game, a very interesting one called 1000X Resist. It is a suspenseful sci-fi anime thing that I've heard a lot of good things about. So, and I think if y'all are amenable, I think we're just gonna do that all week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Because from what I've seen on How Long to Beat, it's like a 10 to 11 hour game. And I'm not gonna be streaming Friday or Saturday next week because I'm gonna be on vacation. So I was kind of thinking, instead of doing like starting a new Nintendo Power magazine like right there and then missing the next night on Saturday, maybe we can just clear all the way through 1000X Resist next week. Just devote the whole streaming week to it. Have Friday and Saturday off, and then come back fresh the week after. So if y'all are cool with that, we'll do that. What's up, Drake? Now, what a week. I've been pretty good. Honestly, I'm doing pretty solid. Just got the game on Humble. Yeah, I bought it. I picked it up last Spooktober because it was requested. When I was taking requests for the month, I went ahead, I picked that up, I worked it into the schedule, and then I didn't end up playing it because I kind of bailed on the schedule halfway through the month because I wasn't in the best shape last Spooktober, frankly. But I marked it down. I pledged to actually get to that game at some point, and we're gonna get to it next week. In fact, you thought it was tonight. I generally won't start a new game on Fridays. In fact, I try to avoid doing one-offs on Fridays. I've gotten to the point where I really want to preserve Fridays as a variety night, a night to experience multiple games, not just one. Because I figure Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is plenty of time for the full playthroughs that we plan for, and also, you know, allows for time for little one-offs. Or, you know, if I push Power Hours around on Thursdays and Saturdays, we can squeeze some one-offs in there. So yeah, Fridays, these days at least, Fridays are pretty stoically devoted to variety nights. I was not feeling, as the kids say. True enough, true enough. What's up, Fury Fighter? Good to see you. Have we done Jane of the Jungle yet? No. No, we've not. Jill of the Jungle. But yeah. So, going into... Oh, wait. Schedule. So yeah, I've told you everything up to and including next week when I'll be taking next Friday and Saturday night off. I'm also going ahead and reminding y'all that we have a Japan trip coming up. Or, not we. Me. I'm sorry. I love y'all, but you're not invited. In June, on the 16th, I'm going to be leaving for Japan. I'll be coming back on the 29th. I know. Take us with you. Sorry, buddy. Ain't happening. But yeah, I'll be gone in June from the 16th to the 29th. So between now and then, our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday streams are going to be shorter fare. 1000X Resist is supposed to last about 4 nights. I've actually gotten a request from somebody who has earned the power of a democratic playthrough for a game after 1000X Resist. We'll talk about that next week, I think. And then, yeah, I'm mainly gonna focus on smaller games, stuff that takes like, 2, 3, 4 nights to get through between now and the Japan trip. When I get back from the Japan trip, the most likely thing to happen is we'll start in on a big RPG. That is the general plan of what's coming up, so keep that in mind. Gotta show us all the best Ethan in Japan. I will try to post more pics in Discord of what's going on in Japan. I know I'm kind of bad about that some years, but we're gonna do some really cool stuff this year. Most notably, I'm going to the Nintendo Museum in Kyoto, and I am insanely excited for that. Really, really, really jazzed. So I will try to give y'all plenty of pictures and breakdown of how that's gonna go. Good evening, Shadows. Good to see you. Happy to see you. Hey, y'all. I had my mind expanded by batshit insane 80s vinyl bass on back. I saw you posting about that. Yeah. Also, good evening, $10. I don't think I gave you a proper greeting, but good evening to you and one and all. I think it's Spooktober. You can do it itch.io horror variety night. We'll talk. So, I don't think I'm gonna do like whole horror months anymore. I think I'm just not in the right mindset. I think I've kind of moved past that. I definitely want to do some spooky stuff in Spooktober, but I don't think I'm gonna do a whole like Spooktober schedule anymore. And I think I'm also probably gonna lean away from really like viscerally horror, like viscerally scary stuff, because I'm too timid, chat. I'm in my old age. I'm getting more timid, more anxious, and I don't think those hardcore horror games are really doing it for me. I have a short list on my own of stuff. Just so you know, I don't need that. I don't need that. I do have a short list of stuff for Spooktober. Right now I have marked down playthrough of Scald, Look Outside, possibly the entire Rusty Lake Cube Escape series, Darkwood, and Fatal Frame 4 and 5. We may do some of those, we may do none of those. Those are just notes for the future, stuff that I've talked about doing that I would personally be interested in doing and other people have mentioned. So, an itch.io horror night would be neat, or series of games would be neat. I will certainly take that into consideration, but yeah. Good evening, Ms. Roy. Yeah, you haven't missed anything yet. We're just chatting. We're just hanging out. It's like life is horror enough. Yeah. Good evening, Lojo. Hi. Good to see you. So once you play Slay the Princess, you know what? I'll go ahead and put Slay the Princess on there too, because I know that one's come up several times. Perhaps we will. I'm a moody gamer. I'm a mercurial soul. Y'all know this. You've been hanging out with me for enough years to know that my mood can change on a dime. It's why I'm not committing to anything in particular post-Japan trip, because it would be folly. My inclination is to start a new big RPG when I get back. But I honestly can't say what mood I'll be in when I return from Japan. I might want to do platformers. I might want to do visual novels. I have no idea what I'll do. Definitely not going to commit to anything for Spooktober yet. That's Christ, 5 months away. Alternatively, it's only 5 months away, which is kind of insane to think about. We're already 5 months and change into this year. Same here. I was just swinging my game interests. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same when I'm trying to find games to play in my own time, and yeah, it rolls over into streams. This is why I don't plan things out on streams as much as I used to. Those of you that have been around for years and years might remember, I used to queue up games months in advance. I had my schedule set week by week for like a month or two in advance, and I started going insane doing that. It was too much. Because I would commit to something and then realize by the time I actually got to it, I didn't want to play it. I just wasn't in the mood for it anymore. I had missed the moment. So, I don't do that anymore. Yeah, the furthest I'll really plan ahead is like a week. You know, we're going to do 1000X Resist next week. I know I want to do that. I'm locked in on that one. But the week after? I do have a request that I plan on honoring, but if my mood shifts, I'll push that back. That's just how it be. You gotta commit and be consistent the rest of your life. Fuck that for the week. I want to do hentai games. Fatal Frame 4! Play that on modded Wii on a ripped disc. I bet it would be way better on digital, because the Wii version had a bit of a fatal flaw, the scare factor. Every time the game is preparing a scare, you can hear the Wii's... Oh, you can hear it spin up? Yeah. Yeah, I imagine it'll work a lot better on Steam. Good evening, Helvy. Good to see you. I do the not in the mood thing on like a daily basis. I have a game I've been playing on finishing for a week now, and I'm like, nah, not today. Yeah. The worst thing for me is when I'm playing a game, like a long form game, like an RPG or something, I'm really into it, and then my mood shifts before I finish it. That's painful. Because I'm like, I want to finish this. I have no reason not to finish this, except my stupid brain is just like, no, you want to play a city builder now. Fuck you. Do the Kuon game on the Wii, laugh hysterically at how ridiculous it is. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to feel like. You know, it's entirely possible that I will circle all the way back around, and when we get to like August or September, I'm going to be like, yeah, all in on Spooktober. We're doing another big schedule month. Like, hell yeah, let's do it. A big factor last year is that, if I remember correctly, that's when my wife was away. She was in Japan for family stuff, and I was here taking care of the kids by myself, and work was stressing me out at the time too. So I may be in a much better place mentally this year and be much more inclined to do Spooktober stuff. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Had several games I never finished as a result of that. I do remember Skies of Arcadia loading in fights and dreading to hear the disc scooting around, yeah. As a murder evil cultist, fill in the time because cultic is awesome. You know, I actually have over here. Where'd they go? I had a collection of FPSs that I was going to do for a variety night, and Cultic was one of them. And I just never got around to that. I've been wanting to just play Monster Hunter and finish paying your minis. Sit down free time, something happens to make you want to lay it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've had those moments too, Fury. In my vulnerable and anxious times. Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, I don't have the energy to play even the simplest game right now. I'm just gonna watch clips and stuff. Yeah, when I was a single parent for mode, yeah. It was last October was weird. I mean, let's be fair. It's been a weird couple of months. I was single parenting. My wife went through all kinds of shit in the fall and the winter. And then I lost my job in January, so it's been weird since then. So yeah. It's been a trying couple of months, to say the least, but seem to be adjusting okay. Seem to be doing all right. What's up, Bannock? Good to see you. Good evening, Arcane. Did I miss a game yet? No. We're doing the usual rambly bit tonight. Suggestive writing, I think, is a scheduling thing trying to help, and I appreciate it. I do. It's absolutely not a bad idea. I think it would be a good idea. Itch.io has a vast array of fascinating indie games on it, and personally, I'd like to spend a little more time playing games from there. But you know, every Friday features competing with every other one, and again, it does depend on my mood. Like, there's a ton of things we could have done tonight. There's some things that I've been holding out on or putting off that I just wasn't really in the mood for tonight. In fact, I'll tell you, there's actually a specific reason why we're doing this tonight. There is a kernel of method in the madness here. Of course, we did an Apogee Shareware Odyssey about a month ago, maybe, when we went through the really early offerings from their library, all the way back to Monuments of Mars. We did Commander Keen, OG, Duke Nukem, Crystal Caves, Word Rescue, all of this stuff. And we ended, I think we actually ended on Hocus Pocus, but we're going to pick back up around there tonight. The real reason I wanted to do this tonight, return to this, and perhaps finish our little exploration of the Apogee library, is because what I really wanted to do tonight was an Amiga variety night. I told y'all last night I've been experimenting with Amiga emulation, but I'm not very good at it. I have about a 50% success rate in getting things to actually play, and the stuff I can play is cool, but it's I haven't worked out why I can't play some of the other stuff, so I'm still working on that. At some point, I should be able to start working proper Amiga games into our variety nights and possibly other features. But for now, it's a no-go. And doing that is a better success rate than thegame.com. True enough. True enough. Doing that got me in the mood to do retro games, to do a variety night of retro games of some stripe. And this was quite simply the easiest way to do it. I have the Apogee collection on Steam. I have all these games installed and ready to go. And we've already done one night of this, so why not finish it off in a second night? So play those Amiga games and draw on the Amiga retro fans help troubleshoot the rest of the games. It's just gonna be Lemmings. It was actually just gonna be Lemmings. I got into Amiga emulation just because I wanted to experience the original Lemmings. And I can, and I do. Lemmings actually works for me. But yeah, it's led to me spreading out from there and trying to get the rest of the library working. AKA little to no effort extravaganza. Frankly, my favorite kind of extravaganza. Need to play more Amiga stuff, fun, but the disk swaps are a bit brutal. Work out with emulate. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out. The emulator I am using, hang on one sec. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd pop up over there. The emulator I am using is WinUAE, which I don't know if that's the gold standard or the generally accepted emulator for it. I had better success with that than I did with going through RetroArch, but I'm still only about at a 50% success rate with it. But did you like it? I think in terms of Lemmings specifically, I think my particular well might be a little poisoned. I'm really partial to the Super NES version of Lemmings. I know you can't play it with a mouse, but I really, really like that version. In particular, I haven't learned if in Amiga emulation, if you can actually speed up the load times or not. Load times are pretty brutal right now, and the Super NES does not have to deal with that. The SNES Lemmings just fucking works, and it looks good and it sounds good. The only thing is I can't use a mouse, and frankly, I'm okay with that, because I played a lot of SNES Lemmings when I was a kid, and I'm used to doing it on gamepad. So, but yeah, if I can expand my Amiga knowledge base and get the emulation working properly and speed up the load times and stuff, then yeah, that would be the way to do it. But I'm bad at emulation, chat. Like that's why I've spent hundreds of dollars in the past for these boutique systems, just so I don't have to mess with that shit. That's why I've got an analog 3D coming, hopefully sometime in the next couple of months, assuming things haven't gotten all fucked up there with tariffs and other things. But yeah, I am lazy and indulgent and ignorant when it comes to emulation, and I'm making a token effort to get better, but it is not easy. So if we can make Amiga less Amiga, it might be fun. Exactly. Exactly. Sublet Retro Spiso, Apogee, more like Apology. If you miss it, Terminal Velocity is very likely to get motion sick. I've actually played a fair bit of Terminal Velocity on here. I put about 40 minutes into it on stream. It should be fine. Flight sims don't make me motion sick, unless they are Descent. I don't know if I could play Descent anymore, frankly. I'd like to think I could. I think playing through the Descent games would actually be a lot of fun. I was thinking about that today, in fact, because I've been thinking a lot about retro PC gaming lately, what with my sudden interest in the Amiga. And I was just randomly thinking about Descent, and it would be kind of cool to play through Descent 1 and 2. But yeah, my motion sickness has only gotten worse over the years. I probably couldn't hack it. I might try in my own time just to see, but yeah. And again, thank you, Fury. I do appreciate that quite a bit. One retro PC I'm really good with emulating is PC 98. If you ever want to fuck with that, I will probably do that, Shadows. I think I would be interested in that. And I mean, if I wash out on Amiga, that might be a good fallback, frankly. The fucking Doom Chain Gunners are bad. Okay, in my youth, I played through the vast majority of Descent 1. I'm well aware how bullshit that game can be. The way they like to hide insanely deadly enemies around blind corners and stuff. Never played a lot of Descent 2. That'd probably be my main interest in working through. And then I never played Descent 3 at all. And then I did play... Some of the folks behind Descent went on to make some, like, a spiritual successor to Descent. It doesn't have the branding. I forget what it's called. But I got that, and I played all the way through that, and that was really good. The last thing I ever heard about, like, the actual Descent franchise was Descent... I think it was Descent Underground? And that game kind of died out in early access. Yeah, it's on Steam. I forget the name. Actually, give me a second. I might be able to find it. I want to say it's like is it? No, that's not it. Sublevel, I thought it might be Sublevel 0, but that's like a Descent roguelike. Overload, that's it. Overload. Oh yeah, I really enjoyed Overload. Overload was great. Yep, from the creators of Descent. Got through this in just shy of 10 hours, and it was great. Had more fun with this than I ever did in OG Descent. And I mean, it's pretty obvious. Like, it's Descent with the serial number filed off and more modern design sensibilities. I mean, fairly modern actually. It came out in 2018. And apparently I played it around then because I reviewed it in August of 2018. So right before I started streaming. That's actually very interesting, chat. Y'all might have missed out on a full playthrough of this. Not that I couldn't do a full playthrough of it now, although I might not be able to if my motion sickness has gotten that bad. But yes, if you're looking for a modern Descent, this is it. This is the one. I kind of wonder. Okay, yeah, I think. What the fuck? Wasn't actually looking for Ocean Lust Erotic Descent. I was just looking for Descent, man. Yeah, I think Descent Underground is gone. I think it is over. Looks like you can get Descent 1, 2, and 3 on Steam at a premium. Like, this is pretty, that's pretty pricey. You'd probably be better off going to GOG for them. But yeah, I don't think Descent Underground exists anymore. Anyway, where were we? We're in this neighborhood. What's up, Depressed Cat? Good to see you. Descent 2 is surprisingly fun despite its bullshit. Still hear the screech those quadrants. Those things were horrifying. Yeah, those like murderous powerlifter dudes. But yeah, my understanding was that Descent 2 was a natural evolution from Descent 1, kind of improved on everything Descent 1 did. And then I never played Descent 3. I always heard mixed things about it. Never played any of the Descent games. I have no familiarity with them at all. The hardest thing about playing Descent is figuring out a good control scheme for you. I actually do keyboard. I did keyboard only when I played Descent. I had movement on WASD and I had basically camera movement on the numpad. Because on the numpad you can do rolls and stuff, and it worked out pretty well. It took a while. Shut up, Dave. What the fuck? Good evening, buddy. It's good to see you. Yeah, the thing for me is I wanted to be able to do the rolls and stuff, and different like moving up and down and slides and stuff. I don't know how I'd do it now. I'd probably experiment. I don't know how I did Overload. Come to think of it, I would assume mouse and keyboard, but beats me. It was so long ago, I don't even remember anymore. One more Thief and Dark Messiah likes. I can agree with that. I mean, the Thief series is one of my favorite series of all time, so. I should check in on Gloomwood. I haven't actually checked to see how that game's doing in a long time. I used to follow the developer of Gloomwood on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter anymore, so I have no idea how that game is progressing. Remember an LGR video where he reviewed a joystick that bragged about supporting Doom and with his exact spelling, decent? Oh, was that the 360 orb? The controller that had like an orb that you would like grip and move around like a thing? I have faith we'll get another great Thief game, just might be. Well, actually, I'm gonna check right now. I'm gonna see what Gloomwood's been up to. Gloomwood is basically the next Thief. Okay, they just got a big research update in April, so yeah. Yeah, if you're a fan of Thief, this is the game you should be looking at. This is the one you should be playing. You should be paying attention to. The publisher themselves describes it as Thief with guns. Trapped in a dark Victorian city consumed by an ancient curse, you must plan survival and daring escape using nothing but stealth, an arsenal of eccentric weapons, and your wit in this haunting adventure, inspired by the immersive Sims and survival horror greats of the late 90s and early 2000s. Yeah. I had a flight stick way back when. Pat switch for strafing and twisting joystick for rotation. I did too. I had the Microsoft Sidewinder, and that thing was amazing. I used that for X-Wing and TIE Fighter. It had a throttle. Oh, it was so good. I wish I still had it. I honestly wish I still had it. Trying to go and play X-Wing or TIE Fighter now with like a gamepad is painful. With guns made you a little less interested. Give it a try. Seriously? Seriously? I don't know if it has... Okay, it doesn't have a demo right now. It might at some point. Gloomwood is really good, dude. Like, Gloomwood is... It is what you're looking for. Don't let the guns put you off. This is the spiritual successor to Thief. But it's got its own vibe, it's got its own things going on. It is worth it. It is absolutely worth it. As being published by New Blood Interactive, and I mean New Blood has done no wrong. They have been firing on all cylinders for many years now. I mean, they gave us Dusk, they gave us Medieval, they gave us Ultra Kill. I made do with the grab his gamepad to play Descent like the devs intended. Never got to play X-Wing versus TIE Fighter because I never had a joystick. I think it's specific. Was it joystick only? Because I know TIE Fighter you could play with mouse and keyboard. Because a friend of mine played it that way. It's hard to play that way. Like, really hard to play that way, but it is technically functional. Why aren't people customize a Steel Battalion controller to work on PC Sims? No doubt. I'm sure they have. I mean, just because people who shelled out hundreds of dollars for that don't want it to go to waste after one game. Stick was amazing. Not flight sticks are not mainstream. Getting anything that's not like console controller is a lot more expensive. Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, PC flight sticks are, yeah, they've fallen into the hardcore hobbyist realm where people are willing to pay a premium for really good shit. The bean delivery game? No, I'm afraid not. Have you seen Skin Deep? Eva's been telling me a bit about it. They really liked it, so I might check it out sometime. Not to give Eva too much credit, but I mean, you know, stop clocks and all that. I used a mouse and keyboard for TIE Fighter. We never had a joystick. Yeah. I know it's gonna be a good evening when I can jostle Eva out of their clever rejoinders and just get a nice raw fuck you. Skin Deep is very good. I really liked what you were telling me about it. It sounded really neat. I love immersive sim. And I love Blendo games. Like, Blendo has an amazing house style, and I honestly haven't checked out any of their games in a long time. So you know what? We're gonna do some Apogee games tonight, chat. I promise. But I'm in a kind of a chatty mood tonight, probably because this is my third rum and coke tonight, and I'm having a good time just talking about other games floating around out there. So yeah, I was taking a quick look at Skin Deep. Yeah, Blendo got real quiet for a while, and I guess it's because they were working on Skin Deep. I guess this is a bit bigger of a game than they usually do. Immersive first-person shooter, we got sneezing, we got things getting stuck in your feet, stalk through a vast non-linear starship, and sneak, subvert, and sabotage to survive in the stellar sandbox. You're outnumbered, outgunned, and have no shoes. Welcome to Skin Deep. Having limoncello and orange soda? That sounds nice. Very, very nice. Need to get back and finish System Shock 1 remake, but Monster MW5? Monster Hunter DMC3 all my life, going fuck anything else. Yeah, I know how that is. I know how that can be when you've been waiting. Oh, Mech Warrior 5, thank you. Thank you. I was like, it's not Modern Warfare 5, because I don't think that exists. Developers barely disguised. Die Hard on a spaceship. While the film franchise never tried Die Hard on a spaceship. Oh, Celico, yeah. I played the demo for Celico. I wasn't super into it, but it did seem like a cool game. Had a Brutal Weeks, had a Gummy earlier. Nice. Nice. Sounds like it was very called for. Oh, this is published by Annapurna. Interesting. Very interesting. I like Annapurna's stuff. So, yeah, Blendo. Yeah, they're the. I haven't played Quadrilateral Cowboy. I watched a friend play a chunk of it. I have played 30 Flights of Loving, and I love it. I really, really love that game. They're also the Atom Zombie Smasher folks, if you go back that far. Yeah, their shit's a little out of order here, but Quadrilateral Cowboy was back in 2016. Skin Deep is 9 years later. So they have been lying quiet for quite some time. Celico is gonna keep getting better. The version release feels released so they can keep development going, but it's very solid. Had 3 panic attacks yesterday. I wish I had one then. I feel for you. I feel for you, Fury. I get real bad anxiety sometimes for just no reason, and I've gotten decent at managing it, but still, it is not pleasant. I think I remember NerdCube playing Quadrilateral Cowboy, and that's how I got introduced to their games. I want to say they've done other stuff that's not on Steam, but I might be thinking of another developer. But yeah, Blendo has an amazing house stuff. Gravity Bone, yeah. Well, Gravity Bone's right here, and that's a free game, in fact. I actually haven't played that one. I probably should sometime. Maybe we should do a Blendo night sometime. That could be fun. Nice to turn your brain off completely for the day. I'm hoping that helps. Yeah. Those are the weekends for me. Like during the week, that's when I'm focusing hard on like job hunting and like serious stuff. But when it comes to the weekend and everybody's off, I'm like, finally, I can go head empty. I can play games. I can watch dumb videos all I want. Been having depersonalization episodes recently. That's been fun. That sounds rough, dude. I'm gonna level with you. I don't even know what all that entails, and I'm certainly not gonna press you on it. But yeah, it's you definitely have my sympathies there. What's up, MST? I had Flotillo. It was a great game. One part roguelike. The space battles were great. Homeworld-like. Oh, I should check that out. I really liked Homeworld. I was terrible at it, but I really liked it. I think I'm starting a new RimWorld game. I've been thinking about jumping back into Stellaris. I have been waiting very patiently for them to iron out 4.0. They're still working on it. I think once they get that shit steady, I'm gonna shell out for a month of the DLC subscription and see what all this bioengineering stuff is about. You've been getting the Stellaris issue too? I mean, the new DLC just looks awesome. It looks super, super cool. But yeah, in case it needs to be said, like, I'm glad y'all are here, and I know that everybody is going through shit. Everybody has their own thing going on. I got my own issues with anxiety and being unemployed. I know everybody has their challenges, their difficulties. I just want you to know, I'm here for y'all. We're all here for you. This is a community that is nothing if not as supportive as it can be. So y'all are always welcome to roll up in here and just hang out, decompress, vent if you need to. Like that's why I'm here. I'm here to just have a good time. These streams are as much therapy for me as they are entertainment for y'all. So. It is a terrible time to be unemployed. I'm sure y'all have noticed, I've been avoiding talking too much about the specifics of my job hunts. I've got some stories to tell y'all, but frankly, I'm playing it close to the chest because it's been stressful and not great. And when it's all over, when I finally secured a new job and the next chapter of my life starts, oh my lord, I'm gonna have so much to tell you all. But for now, I'm just gonna let it lie with things are fucking terrible right now. Things are apocalyptically bad. What a terrible economy to have a curse. I am incredibly fortunate and blessed that I have multiple safety nets that are preventing my life from falling completely apart while I'm unemployed, and I thank my lucky stars every day for that fact. But I do need to find a new job eventually, and that has been some intense background radiation for everything else that I do right now. So on that note, I am extremely appreciative for all of you coming out and hanging out with me every night while I quietly work through my own issues by playing games that I am sometimes good at. Also, Deranged Optician, thank you so much for subscribing for 6 months. Whoa, Jesus, in advance. I really appreciate that, dude. Very generous of you. Also, cheers to your awesome collection of emotes there. Yeah, being unemployed is I am in probably as close to an ideal situation as you can be as far as being unemployed is, and it is still like ruinous on my anxiety. I get really, really bad anxiety attacks sometimes just over the way things are going. So, and yeah. These streams are more important than ever, really, to kind of help take my mind off those things, or be able to talk about it without immediately sliding into despair. It does help with that. But yeah. I am shocked that the American job market is not doing well with such great leadership now. It really, like, I just gotta mention this, chat. I don't know how many of y'all remember. I got laid off the day after Inauguration Day. Like, just right when everything was on the very cusp of going to shit. I got thrown into the mixer. Did you try not being woke? Damn it! Justin Brett, I knew I forgot something. Oh my god. Also, hi, cute T-Goat. Good to see you tonight. You've come in right in the middle of a bearing of the soul. I know we're supposed to play Apogee games tonight. We're gonna play some Apogee games tonight. Maybe not all the rest of them like I was originally expecting, or planning, or hoping. But you know what? It's a good evening. Things may be bad. Our situations may be bad or worse or possibly awful. But you know what? We're here and we got each other, and things will get better. My dad always has these great little pearls of wisdom that help get me through hard times like this. And the thing he says that really helps me right now is simply, this too shall pass. And I take that to heart every day, and I remember that things may be bad now, but they won't be bad forever. So Y'all think you have it bad? There's currently a banjo being played in Jason's room. See, chat, it can always be worse. That's the other thing that helps get me through the day. Seeing situations like Helveets and being like, well, at least I'm not them. Like a kidney stone, it will pass eventually. Exactly, F-Zero Racer. Exactly. So my parents keep telling me, it's like, could it pass sooner? Oh God, I know. I know. When I'm in my car by myself, I've taken to doing a lot of agitated shouting to kind of work out some of my issues. And I'm just like, can we get can we get through this? Can we be done? Can this be over? Can we just hurry up and get to the denouement here? And the universe is like, no. No, we can't. Your dad seems great, which makes all this even more surprising. My parents are great. I was extremely lucky to have wonderful parents, and I still do have wonderful parents. And that's another thing that I'm very, very thankful for. So my life wouldn't be what it is without my parents. So, and I know a lot of people have to get through life with questionable parents of questionable quality, and I am infinitely fortunate that that is not my case. That mine have always been very supportive, very helpful, very wise, imparted to me a lot of lessons, some of which I've even taken to heart. Banjo isn't too bad. There's someone in the neighborhood that likes to blow a little dog whistle at 11 p.m. and apparently that's still in your range during. Oh, ouch. Oof. Hello! I have questionable parents. Yeah. You have my utmost sympathies. I will never know what that is like. And I sympathize as much as I possibly can. I try to imagine what my life would be like without that significant safety net. And I mean, y'all that have to deal with, you know, troublesome parents, problematic parents, y'all are way stronger than I am. I have no confidence that I could handle that. Because I have fantastic parents. I have 10 out of 10 parents, and I still struggle with life at times. So y'all are doing an amazing job keeping it down the way you are. Probably too deaf for dog whistle. My partner plays in a band is good. Sometimes like fucking banjo again. Having questionable parents when you're queer is a frustrating experience. I can't imagine. I really can't. Because a situation like that, I feel like more than anything, you need somebody in your corner. You need somebody telling you that, you know, everything's fine. Like, you being who you are is fine, because it is. You know, certainly don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. But yeah, you really need. I imagine you really need somebody reminding you of that, being a foundation for that, and not having that. It's got to be tough. 4 years ago, I moved away. Has it been 4 years already? I remember when you moved away. That's crazy, Fury. Also, we've been talking so long, I ran on music. Not that's a bad thing, but damn. Had the weird experience of my parents being 100% okay with the queer thing, but hating. I'm so sorry, Spice. I'm so sorry, but what the fuck? Oh man. Play that Pac-Man out. I'm not sure that's the right vibe for tonight, frankly. Had your uncle, he passed 2 years before I moved away. That's a shame. That is a shame. Yeah, I've kind of had the opposite experience in my life from a lot of people. I don't have a big extended family. I mean, I think I do, but I don't know any of them. My family was very insular, and I appreciated that. I actually liked having a very close-knit, immediate family. It was just me and my parents. I don't have any siblings. I'm an only child. And my mom was an only child, and we just didn't do much with our extended family. And then I moved out to Los Angeles, where I have no extended family, and my parents moved out here. And yeah. So I don't have a broad family network to lean on, but the trade-off for that is I have my parents, and my parents are fantastic. So good evening, Lord Crispin. Happy weekend to you as well. We're having a bit of a feels night tonight. I'm supposed to play some Apogee games. We are going to play Apogee games. Yes, I keep saying that. Yes, I haven't played any yet. I know, but it's one of those nights where a really good discussion just kind of happened, and I am loath to drop it now. No, we don't care who you love or your aesthetic. Yikes. Stepdad asked me if I was gay. It was before I was playing. It was because I was playing Yoshi Story on N64. At the time, I didn't know it was fun. I have a large close-knit family and a large extended family. We have semi-regular contact with. See, that sounds nice. That sounds like a cool thing. I don't necessarily regret anything. I'm not. I don't really deal in regrets, chat. So I don't regret the way I was raised. I don't regret not having a terrible lot of contact with my extended family, but yeah. I could see that being comforting. Nice. I had to spend time rewriting my personality from scratch because my parents were really. That sounds hella trying. Had a similar experience after divorce. Man, that sounds rough. Have two stepsisters and a stepbrother. Besides that, uncle's best family ever. Just as quirky, accepts you for every flaw and wouldn't have you in it. See, that's awesome. That's really cool. That's another thing I'll never really get. Even though I have two girls, like I myself have two daughters, sisters to each other. You know, I'm being an only child. I'm never really going to understand the sibling experience. So I'm never gonna have that kind of person in my life. So it's very interesting for me to hear about. Live far away from family and they're great. You're lucky. I live close to your partner's family and see them way more often, so I'm lucky. That is nice. That is very, very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I love my wife's family too. They are fantastic. So got doubly lucky on that point myself. What was that entertainment game about Apogee with a caterpillar and words? That was Word Rescue right here. That was this one. Only family member I have who can be a bit much is your brother. That's not entirely his fault. Okay. As long as it's understandable, that doesn't seem too bad. Often more of us kids are close-knit to parents. We love them and they are there. Oh, stop talking to their family after the election last year. Only one that didn't vote for the bastard. Can't reconcile. Yeah. I don't know how anyone could be expected to, really. Like straight up, I've felt this way for a while, but the past couple of months, past year or so has really solidified it. I don't think it's morally justifiable to be Republican, like straight up. And I can't imagine how difficult that must be dealing with family members who are. Like dealing with blood relations who vote for and support that degree of evil. Because there's no other word for it. It's evil. Parents are accepting. It's my extended family. Or glad you cut yourself off. Only people you're in contact with are on your mom's side and your son and her son. They're chill, but otherwise, yeah. Despite all the bad shit I went through, I'm pretty nice, or try to be. To have the surviving, not living, and people treating you nice in person, and I'm still not used to it all. I imagine it's a rough adjustment. I imagine it's something that may always be a little bit uncomfortable, but you know, folks who go through a lot, I think there's an understanding that, you know, it's gonna be difficult. It's never gonna be that easy, you know. Stop talking to your adopted brother when he became extremely vocally pro-Russia. Oh God, wow. Hard to agree. That's why I feel so like, yeah, same. My father, I'm very fortunate when it comes to my father. My father was a Republican, but he was like a classic Eisenhower Republican, you know. And he flipped hard during the George W. years. Like in the wake of that, he shifted to Democrat and voted for Obama. So he was already in the right place when Trump came around. So fortunately I dodged a big bullet there. Dad's side are like your typical I can't fucking talk. Need another drink, obviously. Dad's side are like your typical rich white Republican asshole types with like a soap opera's worth of drama. You know, I'm just gonna say real quick. My situation right now might be a little rough. You know, being unemployed in this economy is not good, and it's something that I'm working hard to correct. But I see a lot of things in my life that make me very thankful to be who I am, and one of them is just the incomprehensible amount of drama that some people go through with their family, and I don't have that. I love my kids, I love my wife. I am never going to fuck around with that because I love just being comfortable with my family. I don't have drama or issues with my parents. I don't even interact with my extended family. So my life is blessedly drama-free, and I don't know how other people deal with it in their lives. And I feel for anybody who has it imposed upon them, who has important people in their lives that just like generate it. But the folks who complicate their lives with, you know, bad choices of all stripes when it comes to family and relationships, I don't get it. I do not get it. I like being boring. I like being steady and steadfast. Which doesn't make your anxiety any less valid. Just because your life isn't dramatic doesn't mean you're not entitled to grieve. Very true, yes. Very true. Yeah, you don't have to be overly dramatic to suffer. We all suffer in our own ways, frankly. Big spread between the hardcore authoritarians and big business right at the center. Yeah. Oh, hi, Deep Thought. Yeah, perfect timing, I suppose. We're having a big discussion night. It's supposed to be Apogee night. It will be Apogee night. We're gonna play some Apogee games at some point, but yeah, the discussion is hot and heavy this evening. Dad took a little while to shift from his parents' views. He shifted over pretty hard around the 2000s. Oh, that's awesome. That is really nice. We get rebates on going to the doctor. Come on down. God, yeah. Someday, chat. This is not something you need to worry about anytime soon. This is this is me talking about retirement several decades from now, but someday my intent is to retire, not just from work, but from the US and retire to Japan, and I am so looking forward to that. I am already very, very much looking to my retirement in a far more sane country. I hope we get to retire. Plays Eternal Sonata first, Howard. Oh, no. You misunderstand. I'm going to retire from work. I'm going to retire from the United States. I'm never going to retire from streaming. As long as I have a community, as long as streaming platforms exist, I will continue to stream. I intend to stream for decades. I intend to stream until my life force expires. I would love to be an ancient geriatric streamer who's been at this for over half their life. Dying on stream, we would be so lucky, frankly. Streaming as a brain in a jar, I would do it. I would do it. Brother's planning on doing the same, but to Germany, since that's where his wife is from. Yeah. Eventually your knee is gonna get so bad I'll be on disability, so I get to retire. I mean, hey, whatever works, man. Again, I am very, very fortunate. We made enough money before, and I will make enough money once I get back to work, that we have actual investments, and not to put too fine a point on it, this is a house in Los Angeles. I own a house in Los Angeles. That's basically my retirement. I own real estate in one of the most expensive markets on Earth. So. What kind of rent do you pay on it? I do actually own it, as it turns out. And I'm very, very lucky in that. If we had waited, I think if we had waited even a matter of months, we wouldn't have been able to swing this. But we were very, very fortunate. You're not a Doctor Who guy, but look up Davros, and that's how I picture you being a Davros. Davros. Okay. Yep, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me someday. That's me streaming. I mean, let's be real here. That's me streaming in probably about 5 or 6 years, frankly. Oh my god. If I can get full-time here, I get a pension at 65. Oh, that'd be awesome, dude. That'd be amazing. I was thinking Cassandra from Doctor Who. Oh my god, I've actually seen this before. The lady is stretched over a frame, yeah? That's super messed up. That's you streaming without your gin tonic. Still working through the Sega Master System Odyssey. I was talking about Donkey Kong while screaming, "Moisturize me!" The last human being alive? Wow. The last human, huh? Last human, I say. Well, on that cheerful note, chat, maybe we should get to some gameplay. What do you think? We're almost halfway through the evening. You think this might be a good time to play some games? I don't know. Just kind of thinking. I don't think I'd take changing diapers for 20 to 25 years straight, though. I mean, we'll see, right? you never know. It might be something that you adjust to, or it might be something that you can pivot from into something else. The future is unknown, but it is full of possibilities. That's a notion that keeps me sane. You know, we don't know where we're gonna be a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Last year, I definitely didn't think I'd be unemployed at this particular time. So yeah, let's do some game miming. Games, what's that? Needed extended tagging, that was good for you? Same. Big same. I mentioned yesterday? Wednesday? I don't remember when. But I managed to counsel myself through some of my anxiety and make myself feel a whole lot better about things. This is kind of a continuation of that. I think chatting with y'all, having a little heart-to-heart, getting some of this stuff out and discussing it and commiserating. I think commiserating is a huge thing that people don't do enough of. I think understanding each other's, you know, difficulties, stresses, anxieties, I think that's a huge part of making connections between people, understanding what we're all going through, and like putting a human face on things. So I think us being able to do that here, me being able to share with y'all sharing with me what you're going through, I think that's important. I think that helps everybody. And then segueing from that into game miming. I mean, but yeah. Anyway, chat, let's play some games. Let's play some games. I think I'm actually... Okay. So, last time we did the Apogee Shareware Odyssey, we made it all the way from January 1st, 1990. And Monument of Mars. I think we made it all the way to Hocus Pocus. I think, if I remember correctly, we skipped over Raptor. And we jumped straight to Hocus Pocus. I'm just gonna start from 1994, I think. I'm gonna start with Raptor tonight. We're gonna see where we get, I think. Oh, y'all talking Doctor Who companions? I'm afraid you're outside of my particular realm of expertise here. Don't remember Mystic Towers? We'll get to that tonight. We will get to that tonight, don't you worry. All right. Let's do this, chat. Let's play some video games. I know it sounds insane, but let's play some actual video games tonight.
You boys just don't get it, do you?
I wasn't expecting that. Hang on, I think we're gonna need to go display capture on this. There we go. Ish. There we go. Yes. All right. Holy Wing Commander! Oh god, do the buttons actually work? Let me turn this down a little bit, because it does seem pretty loud. It's also tough to manage. Raptor's great. Raptor's a really, really cool game. Alright, and yeah, this game does get hard as fuck. Let's see. Yeah, let's be that guy. What's our name, chat? Game is the best thing going in early 90s PC shmup. This is a crazy good game. Like, I feel like most of the really good shmups were coming out of Japan, but Raptor is extremely notable. Yeah, this is the first game of the night. Eagle. Call sign. Rat pour. There we go. All right, let's play on rookie. All right, so we got the supply room. We got an automated equipment shop where we can buy stuff for our ship. This really is Wing Commander until you get to gameplay at least. So there's a ton of upgrades for your vessel. But I'm gonna get an ion scanner. I think that'll be helpful. Yep, you have to buy the boss health meter. Alright, let's start on Bravo sector. Alright, here we go. So we actually have a life bar on the right, which is nice, because again, this game is fucking hard. Yeah, it's a shmup. Your life also carries errors because you need to spend cash to get health back. Yes, that's also true. Yeah, this is an absolutely seminal Western shmup. I'm surprised more of you haven't played this game. Like, it is very famous. Where the lines at the bottom mean, that is the boss scanner. When we actually do get to a boss, that's where its health bar will appear, if I remember correctly. Friend had this on PC, who played a lot. I mean, it being Apogee Shareware, again, I just assumed everybody had played this. Like, if you were PC gaming in the mid-90s, I just assumed everybody had access to this game. This is basically a port of the original version. There is a remake of this on Steam as well that I've heard good things about. So if you're any kind of fan of shmups, I would 100% suggest checking this out. Like, Raptor is famous for a reason. You know some obscure 1989's Japanese niche genre untranslated title somewhere? I know. It's so funny to me when Shadows doesn't know a game. It's like, how is it even possible? Oh, murder monkeys. This game has a pretty funny sense of humor, too. Not every mod I've played the last 2/3 of the game. Ah, here we go. Boss. Boss just fucked me up because I'm an idiot. There we go. Shoo! Okay, well, let's see here. Yep. Okay, so energy module is your normal shield. This is you need to replenish this to repair your ship. Don't think those things made it to the Steam port? Yeah. How the fuck do you know what a Mado Monogatari is and not this? Exactly. Remember one time my friends on the VGCW server said jokingly, not every new Appeal to Justin because he likes too many. He likes too many things. All right, we got anti-air. We got air-to-air missiles. We actually found them in the level. You can find some of these upgrades in levels. I think the phase shield or the plasma cannon are going to be our next upgrade.
I like it.
Plasma cannon, maybe. Yeah, Raptor's super cool. I would not. I've never played all the way through this game. I would not mind doing it sometime. I think that could be pretty cool. Chat, my cat will only lay in my lap if I have an Aldi bag there. Is she broken? Our job should be repairing our ship for free. Alright, back to Bravo Sector. Wave 2. So you have 3 different sectors you can choose. Obviously, the later sectors are more difficult. But every time you go through a sector, you'll proceed to the next wave, which will be harder than the last one. So no matter what you choose, the game is going to get harder as you go. This is for Genesis, which is like, oh, wow, really? Yeah, Apogee, and Raven, they all work pretty closely with each other. That's why there's a lot of shared credits on a lot of their games. Alright, that's some free healing right there. Are you fighting aliens? I'm gonna level with you. I don't remember what the plot of Raptor is. We should probably check at some point, but I mean, as long as I can just shoot things, I don't really care. I think maybe we're fighting some kind of like revolutionary army or terrorists or something. I don't think there's aliens in this game. They give you freebies the first couple missions, don't get used to it, yeah. God, they messed up. They rapid fire those coconuts so hard. I thought it was just mercs fighting corporate wars, but I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember either. Really don't. Coconuts need more contrast. Yeah, it's hard to track them. It's hard to see what's going on. Yeah, the monkeys are like the scariest thing in this game. By far. Like, hands down, no question. They will just absolutely melt your ship. Ooh, I don't know what that is, but I got it. Oh, that was money. Oh, I got a fuckload of money, chat. No, not more monkeys! I'm gonna die. Yeah, missiles hit hard too. So, keep in mind, chat, this is stage 2. Oh, we got to the boss. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I just died. I just died. But we're fine. Everything's fine. What's up, Jig Pappy? Yes, it is a little loud. Oh, and that's it. Game over. Game over. And because I didn't manually save, I can't reload. You have to manually save after each mission. So, yeah. It's a cool death scene, isn't it? But yeah. That is Raptor, y'all. Order info. Thank you for buying and supporting Apogee's game software. Each game created is a work of programmers, artists, musicians, and project leaders We all depend on your support to continue producing state-of-the-art games that are, above all else, fun to play. And it is. Please do not distribute this game to friends on or on bulletin boards. It hurts Apogee's authors and it's illegal. Please do not contribute to software piracy. If you'd like to pass on Apogee's games to your friends, please use the Shareware editions. Oh, here's some story. Your engine's turbines roar as you scream out of the sky. Startled troops look up just in time to see your wing cannons blaze. You feel the plane buck slightly as your missiles streak towards their targets. A flash in the distance tells you that they have done their job, and so have you. The megacorps pay well for those good enough to survive. They call you into the shadows with dreams of wealth, and you answer the only way you know how. You begin the game in the hangar, and this is all tutorial stuff. Yada, 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 yada. Oh fuck, we're flying a plane for Facebook. You can find bonuses. You can find money bonuses, that's cool. Micro Thalite bonus. There's a lot of shit going on. Do not run into other ships. Okay, cool. Alright, chat, that was Raptor Call of the Shadows. Let us exit to DOS. Alright, I should probably turn down my desktop audio. That might help a bit. I imagine all these games are going to be pretty loud. Alright, that was Raptor Call of the Shadows. Let's do a quick refresh on Hocus Pocus. Because I know we played this one last time. Because I skipped over Raptor. But we might as well. Legit question, is the Gravis gamepad a good controller for how often DOS games mentioned it? I think so. I think it was alright. This game is not shareware, chat. Do not distribute it. Moo hoo ha ha ha. Let's begin a new game. First game you want to play? Time Tripping, Shattered Worlds, Warped and Weary Destiny. Let's do the second one. No, what? Distribute? What? We'll do moderate. Oh lord. Oh, this looks kind of fucked. I remember this one. I think it was bad. Oh, we're starting off strong with switch puzzles. Oh god. Gravis gamepad had three things going for it. It was comparatively cheap. It was digital. It was laid out just like the SNES controller. We're deep into the era of Apogee platformers being pretty decent, I know. Because we're past Duke Nukem 2 at this point in 1995. I mean, they're not like groundbreaking, but I mean, for the time, the graphics are pretty solid. The gameplay is decent. There's an old man here. Oh! I see that you've returned from our challenges. You won't be disappointed. You say so, old man. So I guess I'm looking for crystals. I found 1 out of 5. Bill Raptor might have had more effort put into it. Raptor was just like a bit of a... Raptor was a bit different from everything else they were doing. Apogee did a lot of platformers. Like going all the way back to Commander Keen in like 90 or 91. Apogee basically started out doing platformers. So they had a pretty established pedigree with those. I would love to see you try and resend Shipwreck 64. I kind of regret not sticking with that game. I feel like maybe we should have. Maybe I'll go back to it. Game has absolutely shit enemy placement. It also has no compunctions about making you do the exact same thing, like, literally 10 times in a row. Alright, 2 out of 5 crystals. Also, I realize the background being entirely red is kind of fucking with my eyes right now. You only just scratch the surface, going back to it would probably be okay. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. It was really fun. Oh god, the enemies respawn? Seriously? Oh, maybe not. Just riveting level design. I mean, having played all the way through the original Duke Nukem, yeah, this was pretty standard for the time. I mean, understand, like, Apogee was making perfectly solid platformers, but I mean, they weren't exactly competing with, like, Super Mario Brothers, you know? Hocus Pocus Mario Hokey Pig shit. Oh, the winged snake thing is a pet so bad. Winged snake would be neat. Your own pet Quetzalcoatl. Yeah, look at this. They just keep making you do the same encounter over and over and over again. At that point, was anyone truly competing with Mario? I mean, Sonic. Oh god, I warped. Oh god, no, why? Why did I do that? Have you tried the Carmack cut of Mario 3? The concept is that? No, I haven't. I didn't even know about it. As a Nintendo kid, I never really liked the Apogee platformers, so I felt like I already had access to far better stuff. I was kind of the same way. I did work my way all the way through Commander Keen 4 because it came for free with my joystick. And while I enjoyed that, I certainly never enjoyed it on the same level as I did a good Mario game, you know? Was Jazz Jackrabbit out yet? When was Jazz Jackrabbit? Do you remember what year that was? I want to say yes. I don't think Jazz Jackrabbit was that far back. Oh my god. It really is. All right, I actually beat the level, if you can believe it. Castle complete. Results for level 1. I found 100% of the treasures, chat. But I missed the time to beat by 23 seconds. Jazz Jackrabbit was epic, and I want to say 1993, 94. I mean, either way, it was before. It still made it to market before this game. It seems not as fun as, say, Duke 2. Yeah. Yeah. This feels like Heretic to, like, comparing this and Duke Nukem, the new Duke Nukem game, feels like comparing Heretic to Doom. Like, it's the same basic concept. It doesn't look so different, but there's like key factors here that just are holding it back. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Why did they like despawn until I just showed up over there? Game's uninspired. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you on this. I think it's fine for what it is, but yeah, it's wizardy platforming. There's nothing particularly groundbreaking about it, so it gets the job done. Our hero has a weird head. Basically, Charlie Brown is a wizard. Was Heretic 2 the one that had you play third-person perspective and stat? Yes, it was. It's also the only one in the Heretic quadrilogy that is no longer available. It is absolute vaporware, which is regrettable because I think it can be argued it's the best game out of all of them. Game for a younger audience? I would imagine so, yeah. Level design. You ever play a level maker game and come across a 7-year-old going, wow, how many enemies can spawn at once? What game are you on right now? This is called Hocus Pocus. Fuck. Yeah, I know. Find the gold key. I'm not stupid, man. Heard you the first time. Already found it. I own that game, box and all, but that's some. Heretic 2 is very good. I do enjoy a bit of Hexen. Someday, chat. I've been talking about this for years. Someday we're gonna play. Heretic and or Hexen, because I think the only way I'm ever gonna get through those games is with help from chat. I've gotten a fair bit of the way through Heretic. I've never gotten anywhere in Hexen. Hexen's too confusing for me. Collection Chamber has Heretic 2 ready to play for Windows. That's excellent. That is really good to hear. Because, yeah, there's no official way to buy or download Heretic 2. It is in some kind of licensing hell. The Nulf of third-person shooters. I think it's because Heretic 2 was a Raven game, and like all of Raven's titles are in some kind of weird legal limbo because they were shared between Activision and other rights holders. I wonder if the Nulf rights will ever be resolved for I do. I know for a fact Night Dive is working really hard on that. Like, it's one of the main things that Night Dive is trying to accomplish, is securing the rights to No One Lives Forever. Now, I don't know that they're ever going to succeed, but I know they've got their top people on it. Both of the No One Lives Forever games are amazing. No One Lives Forever 2 is honestly kind of ahead of its time. No One Lives Forever 2 is like an immersive sim with some like UX and game design concepts that didn't really get explored until like years later.
Mortis.
All right, I think that's enough hocus pocusing for us. Yeah, we can quit. It's fine. Owner founder Night Dive said one of his reasons he wanted to get the company going in the first place, one of his eventual goals, along with System Shock 2. We didn't fight Bette Midler. Wouldn't mind a modern take on Hexen. As far as I'm concerned, it's a medieval. If you are looking for the modern Heretic or Hexen, I think a medieval is as close as you're going to get while still being a really good game. I love a medieval so much. Personally, I like a medieval more than Dusk. Like, Dusk is like the quintessential modern boomer shooter. I genuinely think a medieval is better. Yeah. All right, Mystic Towers. Here we go. A medieval is very much, what if the Hexen Mage was bonkers OP? Yeah. And it's so much fun. It is so much fun. This game is not shareware, chat. You're not. That's not right. We may not be playing this one very long. It sounds like the sound emulation on this one's fucked up. Ooh. Hang on. That's better. Okay, that's tolerable. I'm just gonna turn this way down for y'all. I can stomach this, but I don't want y'all to have to deal with that. Audio sounds like someone's strangling a Sega Genesis. Alright, play the game. Start a quest cycle. 6 apprentices, 6 wizard towers. What in the fuck is this? The only way out again is by killing all monsters and destroying the generator to obtain the large red tower key. What the fuck is this? This is shitty Solstice. Isometric gauntlet. How do I fucking pick stuff up? Oh, control. Control is how you pick stuff up. Like, why am I playing a crusty old man, though? Like, I play video games to escape the fact that I'm a crusty old man. When you see the flashing red tower key symbol in the monsters box at the top of the screen, collect the key, which allows you to exit the tower. Ah! He screams when he jumps. Oh god, monsters! I ate a poison thing and died. Amazing. Use the teleport pad, select teleport spell, and stand in the center of the pad, then use the action to trigger the spell. Okay. Okay. Of course he screams his hips hurt when you jump. There is a generator bomb here. You'll need this to destroy the generator, which replaces monsters as they are killed. You say so, man. This is weird. I didn't realize Apogee made a game like this. Oh my god, it is a giant pain in the ass to try and kill things. Holy shit, it's a giant pain in the ass to kill things. I'm apparently drunk now. We know how you like isometric games, though. Oh, I'm poisoned. I died again. The skull rune signifies the presence of poison tiles on the floor. Eating a mushroom, drinking slime, or using heal spell will cure poison. Okay. Music's pretty good. The vibe of this game is really neat. It's just it's a little bit inscrutable. And like the controls are not great. Also, I just realized over on the left, you have food and water meters. Like this actually has survival elements. That's kind of nuts. Oh, fuck me. I don't think I have anything to do about this. As the aging Baron Baldric only can wield the wolf magic against us to save the Rim Village from certain destruction, armed with only the Lazarine staff and itchy finger. And the beans you ate for breakfast, your quest is simple: remove the vile shadow cast over the land by ringing the infested Lazarine towers of monsters. Okay. Meta power. This greatly increases the power of any weapon spell. Go and kill some monsters before it runs out. Oh, okay. Nah, I think I'm good. Sulfur is apparently an attack spell. I got him. I'm not hungry. You push an object by walking into it. You can pull an object with a pull button. Yeah, that's fine. Really not so concerned about that. No, fucker. Bizarre instrumentation choice in this game. Invisibility. I'm invisible. I can't see where I am. The animations are really good in this. Mystery Room signifies a puzzle in this room. Oh, weird. I passed through a hidden wall. Treasure. Out of all these isometric puzzle platformers you played, curious what your favorite is? Isometric puzzle platformers, huh? I'm guessing that OG Game Boy one? No, my favorite is Equinox. I think my favorite's always gonna be Equinox. Yeah. As hard and as bullshit as that one is, I really like it. Because frankly, they're all hard bullshit. Wizard One NES Solstice. That was Equinox is the sequel to Solstice. In Equinox, you're actually the son of the main character in Solstice, and you're trying to rescue him. Anyway, I'm done with this. This is a thing. Also, this certainly is a music choice for the main menu of this particular game. I like how Equinox just actively controls you with bad platforming perspective. It's rough, yeah. I'm not gonna make excuses for it. It is rough. It can be a real bullshit game. The other bad one, the other Wizard isometric. What are you talking about? Is there another isometric wizard puzzle platformer on the NES besides Solstice? Oh, the Immortal! Oh my god! Oh my god, the Immortal! I'm so stupid! Of course that's what you're talking about. Yeah! Yeah, that one, the Immortal is fucking wild. I always dislike isometric puzzle platformers. I want to like them. Okay. Here's the thing about me, chat. I really like isometric as an art style. I really enjoy isometric games for their style. But man, they are so often just garbage. I think a big part of that is because Crusader No Remorse and Crusader No Regret are isometric action games, and I really like those. They are really fun, and they are really detailed. They are super pretty, super crunchy SVGA games. Yeah, Crusader is fantastic. One of these days, I know I've been threatening to do this for literal years at this point. One of these days, I'm going to do a full playthrough of Crusader. Weirdly enough, you adore the Crusader games. They're just cool. Like, the thing about the Crusader games is they go the extra mile to feel immersive. They make each level feel like actual lived-in places. They have tons of mechanics for everything. There's tons of secrets. Everything is destructible. Encounters with enemies are designed so that you can handle them in a number of different ways. It's really good. Be sad for that playthrough. I love the soundtrack. I do, yeah. Everything about it. Everything about it is so good. This is the power hours. I'm absolutely putting in bullshit requests for the Immortal right now. I believe it. I believe it. And let me tell you how fortunate I feel to be past that shit. Crusader has you play for like 3 hours for being like, all right, that was level 1. Here's that. No, Crusader is huge. We did Crusader No Remorse for a community night like a million years ago. Like a really long time ago. And I got through, I think, 1.5 levels in 3 hours. It is a very big game. There are 15 levels in that game, and they are massive, and they only get bigger. You could easily spend an entire night working on one level and not finish it. Did Iron Sword get any SNES love? Are you talking about Wizards and Warriors? Are you talking about the Wizards and Warriors series? Because if yes, no. Wizards and Warriors did not escape the NES. There was a third game that basically nobody played because it came out near the end of the NES's lifespan, and it is rough. It has some really neat ideas, but they also designed it in a way that you can soft lock yourself, which is exactly what happened to me when I played it with the intent to beat it. Yeah, the original Wizards and Warriors is really good. Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2 is pretty good. Wizards and Warriors 3 is kind of a toss-up. It's kind of rough. Anyway, chat, Wacky Wheels. Oh boy, Wacky Wheels. I think we actually played this on Super Nintendo. I originally played this as Shareware. Off of the Duke Nukem 3D CD, in fact. There was Game Boy Wizards and Warriors 2. Yes, Wizards and Warriors X. I played it. It's awful. It's fucking terrible. Mode 7 graphics, chat. Wow, that's really loud. Oh my sweet Jesus. Game options, please. Oh fuck, that's not gonna help. God damn, that is loud. I have never in my life had to turn down a game this far. I am so sorry, chat. That was fucking painful. That was straight brutality. Alright. Single player racing. Choose vehicle. Oh no, we didn't play this on Super Nintendo. We played something very similar. But this one you play as aminals. I'm gonna be the shark. Razor. Amateur class, please. Regular races. It's Mario Kart, chat. It is Mario Kart on the PC without Mode 7 technology. This looks rough. It's the frame rate. It's not designed to run as smoothly as Mario Kart is. And it shows. It's a mascot kart without all that unnecessary character. Exactly. It's Mario Kart without really getting why people like Mario Kart, which is the fact that fucking Mario is in it and all the Mario characters. Yeah, and you throw hedgehogs. For some reason, pretty much all the power-ups are hedgehog-based. Reminds me of Sega Genesis game trying to fake sprite scaling without dedicated hardware for it. It was the driving. I mean, okay. I'm not gonna deny that Mario Kart is mechanically an extremely solid game. But let's be honest here. Do you think it would have been as popular as it is without Mario? If it had just been like this. If you had taken random animals, tigers and sharks and hedgehogs and shit, if you had made Animal Kart instead of Mario Kart, would it have been as popular? I submit that it would not. Oh no, I was being You know, Zem, I've always appreciated your honesty in our dealings. I respect that. Can you jump? Why the fuck does that keep happening? I don't think you can jump in this game. That was a hedgehog on a toilet. And I don't know why. And you never appreciate my honesty? Oh, I do. I just don't allow myself to admit it. Because you would be absolutely insufferable. Well, more insufferable if I did. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You get a lot of hedgehogs too. Apparently I have 20 hedgehogs to shoot. This level's annoying on Mario Kart Wii. By the way, the brakes in this are insane. If you hit the brakes, you will, like, you'll basically sit and spin in place. They're, like, unusable. I'm just letting off the gas when I go around hard corners. I mean, really popular non-based on previous property kart racers do you know of? The only thing that gave me any pause when I said that was F-Zero. because F-Zero was not based on anything at that point. It basically established a new IP, and thanks to its combination of aesthetic and mechanics, carved out a niche for itself. I would argue F-Zero was not ultimately as popular as Mario Kart, simply because Mario Kart is still going and F-Zero is not. But I think F-Zero is an example of being able... Yeah, F-Zero is also launch. It had certain advantages that other games did not. I mean, other than F-Zero and Mario Kart, how many kart racing games can you name on the Super Nintendo? We played a bunch, and they were all just pale imitations of one or the other. Friend of yours was an absolute god on pole position at the arcade. That's impressive. Pole position was not an easy game. Did Rock and Roll Racing count? I would say so. I would count that. We say kart racing, but I think it's just that particular style. That sort of third-person, like, combat, not grounded racing game. Oh yeah, there's Wipeout. Wipeout's a good example of one that was able to take off under its own strength. Wipeout's a very good example, in fact. Shit, I need to stop hitting that button. That button fucks me up. Oh, I might have missed that. Nope, that's okay. I guess those pillars are really just suggestions. Yeah, the big problem with this one, chat, you don't need me to tell you this is the frame rate. It is too... It's just too hard to tell what's going on. They need more in-betweens here. Alright, I think that's enough of this. F-Zero and N64 is stupid good, fucking hard as fuck. I never played F-Zero 64 on the 64, but I got it on the Wii and played it for a while until, like, the difficulty curve just kicked me in the dick. That game stonewalled me hard. Heard Crash Team Racing's really good. Love Snowboard Kids on N64. What's up, Six-Sided? Good to see you. Blair's whole thing was, what if a Need for Speedy, more straight arcade racer with actual cars, but also Mario Kart weapons? Episode 1 Racer is one of the best things that come from the Star Wars prequels. I never played that around Lavore. I probably should. I would probably enjoy it. Alright, I think we've had enough wacky wheels. I mean, Wacky Wheels is a decent attempt at a Mario Kart like on the PC, but again, the frame rate really hurts it. It really, really does. Especially when it's inevitably going to be compared to a game that came out years before. Yeah. All right. Planet Strike. It's the Blake Stone sequel. First Blake Stone was Aliens of Gold, right? Second was Planet Strike, I think. 1-800 Apogee. Funny enough, that's not enough numbers. Oh, I know who was on call the phone 24/7 at Apogee. It's the less good Blake Stone. Great. First Blake Stone was actually pretty cool. Actually had some neat considerations, like getting into disguises and not shooting everybody you see. Warning, graphic violence. Oh, I am here for that, champ. What's the story? I gotta know the story. The facts bear out. I will not theorize, or in Blake's words, chatter unless relevant to this inquiry. known universe was growing rapidly. Directorate colonization was expanding the borders of the planetary system, almost beyond effective control. There's equal and unlimited opportunities for good or for evil. In that vein, for as relevant to Blake's motivation, I will continue. Are we on trial? Is that the framing mechanic of this? Robert Willistone III was born in Old London, England, or hundreds of this is whatever, man. Family tragedy. They reside on a terraformed planet. Blake chose a career in the British Royal Navy. Royal Space Navy, I guess. New London conflict. Battles. Doing stuff and things. Okay. I already lost interest. I want to play the video game. This is such a lost art, chat. The entertainment factor of the difficulty setting. I miss this. I miss having the different descriptors for the difficulty levels, but I also like having a little graphical indicator, like some guy making a face and how confident he is. Dang it, I want to read about his sister's research of the roots of evil. Well, you are welcome to experience the Blake Stone games in your own time, Arcane. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for nerd shit like story and motivation. Alright, Star Institute Training Facility. Welcome to Ceylon Agents. Welcome to Ceylon Agent Stone. While you're in transport, the agents stationed here have gathered new information regarding the training facility. Goldfire has been positively identified within the complex. The situation appears critical. Goldfire's much stronger creation is more powerful than ever. Missions use all your resources to destroy Goldfire and his creations. No. Good luck, sir. Okay, great. Get ready, Blake. We must find the fission detonator and destroy the security cube before proceeding to the next level. I hope I was supposed to kill that man. Oh, this is... Oh, right, I'm supposed to be using arrow keys. Okay. This is still keyboard days. Beedly beedly boop boop boop. Food unit. This is a really sad gun. Oh, you're a good guy, aren't you? Okay, that's better. Meow, 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 meow. Never seen a game like this before, really. Yeah, Apogee took cues from Wolfenstein, for the Blake Stone games, and made first-person shooters that were a little more in depth than just murder everybody on every stage. They're meant to feel like actual locations with people you can interact with and stuff. I think this is literally a modified Wolf 3D engine. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Apogee had pretty close relations to id. Holy shit. It was really into licensing his engine to third parties, and why wouldn't they be, especially after the success of Wolf and Doom. Yeah. Doors with red lights are locked. Okay. Can't eat now, not hungry. I want to get in there. id Tech tried to be the Unreal Engine before Unreal existed. Yeah, exactly. So we gotta destroy this, but I need a fission detonator to do it. Which I don't think I have at the moment. Chunky crystal. Your auto charge pistol is silent, use it wisely. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a turret. Ow, fuck me. Alright, I've killed every enemy in the level. I guess this is British. Need some fish and chips. Fission detonator dropped. Cool, I got it. Transporter security disabled. Where's the transporter? I wonder... Maybe I'm supposed to go back to the start of the level? Yes, okay, cool. That's pretty neat. Vibe these games are trying to go for is James Bond in space. Really strong concept. It's neat. I think the thing is, though, you know, this is 1995. Doom is already out. I need my bad. I actually need to choose a different location. There we go. So you actually choose which areas to teleport to. Mission rating 35%. Why so low? I did kill a scientist upon arrival. And I did take a lot of damage. I don't know. I think the Blakestone games would have done better if they had been earlier to market. But they're basically playing catch up with stuff like Doom. And keep in mind, the year after this is when Duke Nukem 3D comes out. Feel sorry for the developers of this. I don't think the Blakestone games did bad necessarily, but yeah, they were not, you know, they were not and never would be on the level of something like Duke. Duke 3D is a legitimately good 2.5D FPS. It is, yeah. No, Duke 3D is great. It's an all-time favorite for me. Yellow level access denied. So they weren't too demoralized because Duke 3D is way more advanced than this. And then there's Rise of the Triad. Good old Rise of the Triad. Good old goofy ass Rise of the Triad. There we go. I wonder how you get through there. This has some really neat monster design, I will say that. But it came out not long after this, along with Duke 3D, yeah. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like, at this point, Doom has been out for several years. So Blake is all, before Blake even made it to market originally, they were playing catch up with Doom. you know, Blakestone is building stuff on the Wolf 3D engine while Doom is forging ahead. And then Apogee and 3D Realms manages to get Duke Nukem 3D out, which is a huge leap forward for how immersive and detailed a 2.5D first-person shooter game is. But Duke Nukem 3D was also a contemporary of Quake, which was the first fully 3D. The first fully 3D FPS. Oh, that guy. And yeah, another thing that is holding this game back is that the sound design is not great. The sound design in this is pretty weak. Unreal 1 and Half-Life were out less than 5 years after, 3 years after this. Oh, I'm dead. All right. That's Blakestone. That's Blakestone. Oh, I'm sorry. This was 1994. This was 1994. Duke Nukem 3D was 1996. So there was still a little bit of space in between them, but again, Doom was already out at this point. And Doom, I don't need to tell you, Doom was the gold standard of FPSs. Strife is better than Blakestone? It is. That is true. Strife takes the Doom engine and essentially makes an immersive sim out of it, which is a very impressive feat, especially for the time. Strife is a really, really cool game. But yeah. All right, last Apogee game of 1994 is Alien Carnage. Sounds promising. Also known as Halloween Harry. Also, if I need to put the sound levels back up, let me know. Because that last one was so loud. Halloween Harry at last. Space Station Liberty. High above Earth. 2030 AD. We're only 5 years away from that. Greetings, Harry. Glad you could make it. I came as fast as I could, Diane. What's up? 3 days ago, an alien ship entered Earth's orbit. Oh, that's a cool looking ship. It landed in New York City, attaching itself to the Big Core skyscraper. We don't know where the aliens came from, but we do know that they're turning innocent people into mindless zombies. Whoa! Oh no! We believe they plan to use Earth people as slaves in their quest to take over the galaxy. Harry looks like Magneto if he had some financial trouble. I thought he looked like Charlie Sheen. Here's a transmission that we received from their leader. Greetings, Earth scum. You have 24 hours to turn control of the planet over to me, or I'll begin turning my hostages into brain-dead killer zombies. What a diabolical plot. We sent some operatives in to rescue the hostages and destroy the alien ship, but they sucked. And they're dead now. So it's up to you, bud. What happened to them? We can only guess they've probably been turned into slobbering, mindless zombies by now. Those fiends! The radiation level is too high to maintain constant radio contact. But I can make occasional contact via info disk signal boosters left behind by previous agents. After you rescue all the hostages, make your way to the elevator that's located on each level. Any questions? What weapons do I have? You have your flamethrower and some heat-seeking missiles initially. But there are a number of personal offensive weapon dispensers throughout the area. You'll be able to gain access to micro nukes, thermo grenades, photon blasters, all the good shit. The awesome Omega. Sounds righteous, Diane. Harry, the future of the free world depends upon you. Good luck. I'll do my best. Sure you will, man. After Master System, think we have a chance of Sega CD Odyssey. I would consider that unlikely. I think the most likely follow-up to the Master System Odyssey would be a TurboGrafx Odyssey. That's the idea that I've been bandying about. Of course, we're still months, if not years, away from being done with the Master System Odyssey, so my inclinations could change by then. All right, play game, yes. Medium. Oh, first level is sewers. Great. Love it. Back at Starbase Liberty. A recon drones have secured valuable data. Okay, I'm tired of hearing this. Ready. Can I use my... I can't use my gamepad. Good. No, I don't want to quit this game. Oh. Oh, you don't jump in this? You jetpack? I saved a person. You remember this one now? I never played this. This is new to me. Oh fuck. What makes him Halloween Harry? That's what I'm wondering. You're expecting an alien stormlight? This is pretty rough to play, honestly. The controls are a bit... The controls are a bit loose and awkward. And I'm not sure I love this level design. It stinks. Like, why does your first level have a bunch of blind pipes you gotta work your way through? This thing you'll have gotten the sewer level out of the way, though. Okay, somehow that opened that door.
Terminal activated.
Terminal activated. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Your fuel is running out, Harry. You need to find a power-up dispenser. Well, how the fucking shit do I do that? Diane. Yeah, this is some pretty rough level design, if I can be honest here. And everything just feels kind of loose and weird. Oh, I got a new gun. That's cool. Okay, I can't get that open yet. Oh, what the fuck? Ow, 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 ow. So it seems like you're... I got the awesome Omega. Okay, it's a screen clear, that's it. Seems like you've got to find the hostages in order. Ow. I don't think they thought through having this level introduce the character's movement abilities. Yeah. Really not sure where I should... Oh, wait, here we go. Alright, there should be one more captive somewhere. If I can get them, I know where the exit is. Aha! Excellent. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Now make your way to the elevator. Don't gotta tell me twice. That's the elevator. Oh, God. I need a fucking... I thought that was triggered by the hostages, saving the hostages, but I need to find a switch for it. And it is... What the fuck? What is this level design? This is... This is the switch to exit the level. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's like a satire of bad Amiga platforms. The level design is random nonsense, except it's not satire. I can't believe that was a thing. I can't believe that's how that worked. I need more credits. There's only 5 captives on this level. I don't actually know how... Okay, there we go. Chili dogs. What's up, Mansta? How you doing? Somebody's excited about tonight. Aha. There we go.
Terminal activated.
Terminal activated. That sounds like the voice from Chaos Engine. Known here in the United States as Soldiers of Fortune. Brr. Yeah. Jetpack controls are really rough in this, I gotta say. Look out for fireballs, Harry. There's one just above you. What? Oh, that. There's something charmingly quaint about projectiles that move exactly as fast as your character. I don't really know how to explain it. Has a collection of minigames that have been pulled from the later Space Quest games. The burger making game was fun. You know, I've never played any of the Space Quest games. Apogee, I remember for Wolf 3D. Yeah, I was basically introduced to Apogee by Duke Nukem 3D. I got Duke Nukem 3D because I was big on Doom and other first-person shooters at the time, like Dark Forces. And the Duke 3D disc actually came with shareware for a couple of Apogee games, like, oh god. I know Wacky Wheels was on there. I know Duke 1 and 2 were on there. Yeah, I know it's running out. Space Quest was your childhood. Fuck. Hard to recommend any Sierra adventure game, though. They are infamous. Okay, that's a door. It's gonna need a switch. Also, I am running out of fuel. I think I am out. Wolf 3D Shareware, beautiful Apogee splash screen. I'm out. Where was the thing? I know there was a recharge somewhere. Where was it? Oh, it was here. By all the spikes. Look out, Oddish! A poisonous game! Oh my god, I exploded. Alright, I ain't doing that whole level over again. This has been Alien Carnage, or Halloween Harry, whichever way you want to look at it. And take off early. I'm gonna take off really early tomorrow. Celebrating your brother's birthday in Denver. Oh, cool. Well, have a good time. Thanks for coming out. It was good to see you. All right, and that chat was 1994 in Apogee history. Crap is how I'd look at it. All right, let me readjust this. It doesn't need to be quite so quiet anymore. Crap. Okay. All right, on to 1995. Let's play a little bit of Terminal Velocity. I love Terminal Velocity. Terminal Velocity is a cool-ass game. Didn't have it as a kid, though. Kind of wish I had. Maybe Apogee will become extreme for 95. I mean, it seems like they only had 2 releases. What the hell is that? Very rumbly. 10! 10 what? Look at all the polygons in that ship, chat. spaceship. So many graphics. Such graphics. I genuinely couldn't tell what I was looking at there. This space station is like we have Babylon 5 at home. Okay, that explained absolutely nothing about the game. Cool. Very loud? Yeah. Every single game I have played tonight has been at a different volume level. I've had to readjust so many times. So now the intro's over, I can readjust this one. Let's go about there. Alright. Okay, I should be able to use this. Alright. Oh god. Episode 1, yes. Oh, yes. Enter your name. Loud. Enter your call sign. Louder. Words. As a council called the Alliance of Spacefaring Alien Races, or ASFAR. A treaty has been signed to ensure peaceful conduct between species. Perimeter defense computers, Pocus, have been provided by Earth to protect each system. Peace would range for 70 years. On September 2nd, 2704, armadas from all the other member systems descended on the Earth, destroying crucial installations and killing millions of people. You're an Earth pilot flying the TV-202, a fighter few can handle. Just take out the attacking alien force. So, we're basically the Federation from Star Trek, except all the other alien races in the universe are assholes and murdered us. So now we're gonna murder them in return. Cool, okay. Objective, Ymir. Okay, whatever, man. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Meow. Spoiler, humans are also assholes. There we go, okay. I didn't have this game as a kid, but I had the Shareware demo for it, and oh my god, I played the shit out of it. This was such a cool concept for a game. Unfortunately, these enemy ships are fucking me up. Oh god, every time you get hit, it knocks you around. Quite fluid for 1995. I will tell you right now, this game did not run like this in 1995. Straight up. This is the advancement of modern systems benefiting it greatly. Yeah, this game was a slideshow in 1995. And honestly, it was kind of easier to play because of it. This is almost like too fluid. Okay, I think we can fly in this hole here. Not yet. I gotta do something else. I'm not sure what though. Also, if you have a throttle in this, I don't know what it is. thingy behind me. There was a blue thingy behind me. Glad those enemy fighters aren't bullet sponges. That was one of the things I really liked about this game, is that, yeah, you could basically just look at an enemy wrong and they would die. Made it very satisfying. I probably need to blow up all of these things. At the RTL. I know you get other weapons in this. I think the RTL was one. I don't know how you switch them though. Might be... No, it's not bad. That's the afterburner. What the hell else am I looking for? Draw distance so inconsistent, yeah. Oh, maybe these? This is basically a blow up everything game. If something exists, it shouldn't. Oh, distance to something. Ah! Okay, there's another target. Target destroyed, okay. Aha. So I have the distance meter in the top left that I can basically use to kind of hot and cold my way to objectives. Aha. Flying in the hole. Seamlessly smooth area transition. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? Ow. Ion. Again, there's a way to change your weapons in this, and I don't know what it is. But they had some pretty cool tech for this game for the time. It was an impressive experience. Tab? No, tab changes your map. Okay, so it said mission complete. Do I leave? Can I leave this place of sin? No, I definitely played this before, yeah. I played it on stream one night for a couple hours. Or not a couple hours, for like 40 minutes. Oh, okay. I haven't... Mission's complete, but I have another place I gotta go to. Also, I'm apparently out of Afterburner now, somehow. Oh, I found my throttle. It was the other stick. That's what's going on. Ah, here we go. This is the I don't want to be here anymore location. Bye, assholes. Air targets destroyed 38, ground targets destroyed 16, tunnels found. I found all the tunnels, chat. Good for me. Okay. You've got the idea of this one. It's this over and over and over and over and over again. Before we end for tonight, I want to get to one more. I want to get to Realms of Chaos, which I think this one might have also been on the Duke 3D disc. Yeah, it's basically the whole game. You go to different planets. There's like, that was a forest planet. There's like ice planets and lava planets and other kinds of planets, and you blow up targets and you go into tunnels, and that's the thing. I don't remember it ever getting much more interesting than that. Like, you don't go fight space fleets or giant robots or anything. It's pretty much that. But again, for the time, pretty impressive stuff. So, all right, last game of night. They only had 2 games out in 1995, at least they put up on Steam. So let's play a little bit of Realms of Chaos. Everything was still a tech demo. Skellington! It's the anti-piracy Skellington. So cute, just peeking around a corner shyly. Alright, play a new game. Revolt of the Myrol. We've got super easy practice, normal, challenge, and psycho warrior. Normal, please. Okay, yes, I had the shareware of this off of the Duke Nukem 3D CD. I've definitely played this before. I mean, credit where credit's due. This is a significant step up from Apogee's previous platformers. A whole lot more detailed everything. Some more dynamic looking area designs. Change heroes, this one's going to die. How do you change heroes? Oh shit! Forgot you could do that. Oh fuck, she needs gems to cast spells. She's out. Magic potion sure helps. Okay, so yeah, we got Swordmans and Magic Lady. I kind of hate that bat sound effect. It sounds like an entire... Oh, fuck. Okay. It sounds like an entire flock of bats. I died. This game walks out Aslan tears the earth could run. Yep, let's have a character who relies on gems and we run out, they're literally useless. Maybe not our best idea, but... Log of bats saying I ran so far. game seems far more playable with, like, the warrior dude. Maybe just switching to magic-y lady for specific situations. Man, the bats are annoying. Ah! Oh! Boy, I sure do love doing the stage over and over and over again. Every time I make a single mistake. This is just trying without the puzzles? Yeah, basically. Pretty much. I mean, keep in mind, this did predate Trine by several decades. Perhaps whoever developed Trine played this game and was like, this is cool, but it could have more puzzly elements to it. Instant kill shit in a 2-character game with health bars bullshit. Not really helping things. No wonder Apogee shut down. Oh, fuck, you actually lose gems when you take a hit. I missed that. So that means Magic Lady is in even worse shape there. Okay. Wow, that was the end of the stage, too. There's 60 gems! Holy shit! I missed over half of the gems. I missed that one enemy that was flying up behind me. There were 2 other statues and 1 secret, huh? Oh, God! Ooh. Yikes. This is closing in on a mid-tier SNES game. A bit more violent. Oh, fuck! If you jump off the platform, it immediately goes back the other way. Thanks for that. At least there's no lives in this. At least you can try each level as many times as you want. Bad platforming and instant kill spikes, love it, yeah. If you've never heard of this game, this might be why. Angry Doggo! Goodbye, Angry Doggo. Ah, well. Alright, chat. I think that's fine. I think that's sufficient. Read me? No. No, I don't think I will. No, I don't think I will. Alrighty then, chat. I think we've done it. I think we've done what we came here to do. Remember good games? Those were the days. A bit of Apogee. Alright, so, despite our hour plus of chatting at the beginning of the night, we did actually make some progress tonight. We played 8 games. We played Raptor, which is a timeless classic, to be sure. Hocus Pocus, Alien Carnage, Realms of Chaos, all kind of questionable platformers. You can extract some fun out of them with a bit of patience, but yeah, they're kind of all over the place. Mystic Towers is a not entirely inscrutable isometric adventure puzzler thing. Wacky Wheels is Mario Kart for the Mario Kart deprived. Planet Strike, the second Blake Stone game, is fine if you're okay with Wolf 3D style games, but again, it's that tech is getting a bit long in the tooth at this point in 1994, to say nothing of 2025. And Terminal Velocity is a fun, arcadey space shooter sort of thing. Beyond this, Duke Nukem 3D was in 1996, along with Death Rally and Star Gunner. Shadow Warrior and Balls of Steel. Yes, they made a pinball game called Balls of Steel. Were the year after that. And then the final game in the Apogee / 3D Realms collection on Steam is Duke Nukem Manhattan Project in 2002, which is actually a really solid platformer. It's another Duke Nukem game in the vein of Duke Nukem 1 and 2, but using the style and aesthetic of 3. We may yet play these games. I think we could extract quite a bit of fun out of one more Apogee Shareware night encompassing these 6. But at this point, we've seen most of what they have to offer. We've been through the majority of their games on Steam, and it's been an education, if nothing else. It's been interesting seeing where this particular development publishing house came from and where they went. And I mean, honestly, going from Monuments of Mars to Realms of Chaos is a very interesting evolution. Say what you will about the quality of the individual games, Apogee did come a long way, and there's a reason why they were a successful dev house for so long. So, has one of your favorite Duke lines in it? I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna kick your ass. So anyway, chat, that was gonna do it for tonight. Tomorrow night is the Power Hours. We should be finishing April of 1995. There is a game coming up tomorrow night that is going to tempt me not to finish it, but I will be strong and I will power through. There will be no stream on Sunday because I never stream on Sundays, ever. And then Monday, we're starting up a very interesting looking game, 1000X Resist. A suspenseful sci-fi anime joint. And I believe that's what we're going to be doing all next week. We'll be playing it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I think we'll do it Thursday as well. Since we're going to finish April 1995 in Nintendo Power tomorrow, and I'm not going to be streaming next Friday and Saturday because I'll be on vacation, I think we might as well take all 4 streaming days next week to work our way through 1000X Resist. That way we can start something new the Monday after and get back to magazining that Thursday and Saturday. So, but I'll remind you of all of this as it becomes more impending as it gets closer. So, with that said, chat, let's go find somebody to raid. Let's see who's up tonight. Who's doing things. I see a couple people. I see a fair number of folk. How's about I send you over to Ios? She is playing Metal Gear Solid 4 and maybe at the end of it? So I don't know if you're concerned about spoilers for the Metal Gear Solid game that came out 20 years ago? 15 years ago? I don't know. But yeah. And yes, my Japan trip is on the horizon. I will be leaving for Japan on June 16th. So we got 4 weeks. We're 4 weeks out, but I mean, 4 weeks in the streaming world goes like that. We will be there before you know it. So might as well start buttressing your feelings now, chat. It can take some folks longer than others. Anyway, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me for another impromptu Apogee Shareware Odyssey. I hope this was entertaining. I hope this was eye-opening. I hope you actually genuinely liked some of these games. They were pretty cool. We may very well come back to Raptor Call of the Shadows at some point in the future. It is a neat game, and I've never worked my way all the way through it. But a tale for another time, that. Thanks again for coming out. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night for the conclusion of April 1995 in Nintendo Power. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.